Hey folks, today I want to take a minute and discuss some of our fishing gear. I get the question all the time, what do you use? Why do you use it? Things of that nature. And we have a wide variety of gear that we use, but on a daily basis, it starts with our boots. And the boots that we wear are the Bart's Bay Armor. They're super light, super comfortable. Especially in the San Antonio Bay region with the amount of oyster shell that we have, they hold up really well on the shell. They don't get cut up. They soles hold. They don't split from the oyster shell, and so it's a very comfortable, very lightweight wading boot. Now, probably the most questions I get is what kind of setup do I use? So I like a bait caster, and I use some of the old Corrado 50Es. I have several of these at the house, and so I'm not in tune with some of the new stuff that's out there on the market nowadays, but I've got that setting on a POC custom rod. Okay, these come from Donnie Kleisel over at POC Rod and Gun. Actually, they're built in at their other store, Central Texas Outdoors in Round Rock, and they do a phenomenal job building rods. They can set you up with just about anything you need. This particular rod is 100% custom built to fit my needs, from throwing 1/8 ounce jig heads to top waters to Corky Fat Boys, and it's just a setup that I really like. Now, my bait of choice is the Down South lures. I've been using Down South for probably 5 or 6 years. As most of y'all know, I put it in a lot of my reports and stuff like that. But one of the things I don't get to discuss much, or I haven't discussed much, is the fact that I use an 1/8 ounce owner cutting point jig head. These come from Down South. The way the point is tapered on these jig heads, in my personal opinion, they're some of the best on the market. The amount of oyster shell that we fish in San Antonio Bay, we don't have the tips of that jig head curl over, and so therefore you getting a better hook set. You're not missing fish because of a dull or rounded point on your jig head. So I also on my reel, I throw 40-pound fins braid on my bait casters, and I throw 15-pound fins braid on my spinning reels. It's all Wind Tamer braid, and I use a 20-pound on my 40-pound braid. I use a 20-pound Berkley Vanish or the Yotori monofilament. To tie my braid, I use a modified Albright knot. Okay, you can look those up. Berkley has them on their website, and they'll show you exactly how to tie them. But this is just the setups that gets me through my day, day in and day out. And it is it's field tested. It's approved by me. Like I said, in my opinion, it's some of the best gear out there. But it's what helps me, have a more comfortable, less frustrating day on the water, knowing that my gear is top notch and that I'm not going to have any problems out of it. So I hope this helps. I hope y'all check out some of this gear and try it for yourselves and see what you think. Y'all stay safe out there. Everybody, practice catch and release when it's possible, and let's get through this together. All right, later.